नित्यानन्देश्वर सदाशिवसमारम्भां नित्यानन्देश्वरि आदिशक्तिमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्. I welcome you all with my love and respects. I welcome the 45th batch of the Inner Awakening participants. You are doing Inner Awakening on right time, when the whole Adinam is buzzing, getting ready for Paramashivoham, where all the Aushadha process, everything is happening side by side. So actually not only you are going to experience Paramashivoham, you are literally going to experience all the Aushadha process happening. So you are going to have inner awakening and all the Aushadha process happening. Welcome to experience the ultimate. Today I just wanted to define some of the fundamental basic truths, especially for the Inner Awakening participants who are entering into this Kailasa, which is totally too new and see, first and foremost truth. You have human body. You can believe you are given or you created. Anything is okay. You have human body to taste ultimate superconsciousness. Superconsciousness as a state of pure unclutching, completion. Superconsciousness as a state, pure state of completion. Unclutching, complete completion. Same superconscious operating space. Understand? Superconscious state, operating space. That means completion with others. Not only completion with others can be considered as a being neutral state, neither negative nor positive. Enriching others, where your consciousness oozes out and involves itself with others' life. Understand? Only when your consciousness involves with others' life, you manifest Ishwaratva. The Ishwaratva starts manifesting. The space where you lead. Understand, everyone wants to be a leader. Really, everyone is interested. They want to be a leader. They want to help humanity. They want to show humanity how life should be. Listen. The state only when it becomes operating space starts leading. State of Sadashiva, when you start operating from it, the space of Sadashiva, where not only you share completion with others, you start enriching others. You start causing others. Enriching and causing others' reality becomes your lifestyle. Understand? It is only when you exhaust all the possibilities and powers you have, Sadashiva starts manifesting his powers through you. Listen carefully. Greed means want to have more without even utilizing already what you have. Need means exhausted everything you have. If you get more, you are ready to use it. Sadashiva gives his powers for needy, not for greedy. This is the difference between need and greed. You exhausted everything he has given you already. If he gives you more, you are ready to manifest. You are ready to function. You are ready to share. You are ready to operate. Then he is ready. He is ready to give. Listen. Listen to these fundamental truths. The state of Sadashiva, pure Nirvikalpa Samadhi, unclutching, complete completion. What we call Purnatva, the first word of the first Vedas, first Upanishad. Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyati. Vedas and Agamas, both are very clear. Vedas are the pure science, Agamas are the applied science, which forms the foundation of Sanatana Hindu Dharma. Vedas and Agamas are the source book. We call it Shastra Pramana of reality, ultimate. The fundamental thought current in Vedas and Agamas, it's very clear, out of completion, Poornatva only, all the great things manifest. So first, completion, Poornatva. That's the first and foremost responsibility of human beings. For all the inner awakening participants, this is the first and foremost lesson today. That's what we are going to do. Working on you. Working on you to bring you to completion. The first session is Genesis of Identity. Understanding what you perceive as your identity. What do you feel as you is too important, because only from what you feel as you start developing second person and third person of your life. Understand? What you feel as you is your first person. What you perceive as others is your second person. What you perceive as your first person's perception of others and your second person's perception of the first person and second person put together is third person, the world. Understand? What you perceive as you is first person, I. What you perceive as others is second person, you. What you perceive as others, I and you, and what your second person perceives as them and others, I and you of the second person, put together is third person, world. It is from first person, the second person evolves, the second person, the third person evolves. Your first person, second person, third person put together is your world. Nothing more. Nothing more. That's all is your world. Aligning, understanding, aligning and understanding your first person, second person and third person, and experiencing completion. And experiencing completion. Understand? Wherever you are not aligning, you are only maligning the reality. Either you align or malign. There cannot be any neutral. Either you align or malign. There cannot be any other reality. Aligning. If you are not part of the solution, you are the problem. Understand? If you are not part of the solution, you are the problem. Aligning. and understanding the first person, second person, third person of your life. Who is the first person of your life? What you perceive as you. Who is the second person of your life? What you perceive as others. Who is the third person of your life? Whatever you perceive as you and others, and what you perceive as others, they and their others. Listen, whatever you perceive as you is your first person. Whatever you perceive as others is your second person. Whatever you perceive as your second person's first person's and second person is your third person. Just put little attention, you will catch how the whole thought current which is torturing you from day and night, which you really want to get rid. You and your thinking as love-hate relationship. You can neither be without that nor be living with it. Almost like spouse. Neither be without it nor be with it. Even if there are 10,000 more rules with sannyas, it is much better to live with sannyas. Life has three components aligning you, the first person, to completion. Just integrity is enough, nothing else is required. That's all. Integrity. Understanding what I stand for and remembering to stand for it with chastity and purity. Integrity is enough to bring first person to completion. Completion between first person and second person, vidhi is enough. Vidhi means all of us sit together and try to understand our ambitions, hopes, desires, fears, come up with common collective understandings out of which we will operate. It's called vidhi, niyama. Understand? Vidhi is not law. That is what is the problem of third person. In first person, to come to completion, integrity is enough. With the second person, all of us sitting together and understanding. What for we need to maintain time? So all our time will not be wasted. 8 o'clock satsang. If all of us gather 8 o'clock, all our time will not be wasted. If you come 8:10, then we will have to be all waiting. So all the other 1,000 people's 10 minutes means 10,000 minutes getting wasted. So coming to those understandings and creating common regulations is vidhi. Guru always creates only vidhi, because he explains the context to you, brings understanding to you. He creates vidhis. Nothing else. Dictators. People who want to be power centers without having any context, right reason, common good as the goal. When they form their vested interest based vidhis, that become laws. That becomes law. If the common good is the priority, then whatever is formed is vidhi. If their individual interests, vested interests become priority, then what is formed becomes law. You need to understand this fundamental truth. In all the levels, first person, second person, third person. I and you, and they. Whatever you perceive as your life, whatever you perceive as you, that needs to be brought to completion. That is the fundamental lesson of Sanatana Hindu Dharma. The first verse you hear from the source books of Hindu tradition, Purnamata, Purnamidam, Purnat, Purnamudachyate, Purnasya, Purnamadaya, Purnamevavasishyate. It is from completion, happens completion. From completion, completion comes out and continues to be established in completion. It's not mathematics, understand? It is not logic of numbers. Each field works with a different logic. The logic with which bio works is biology. Each field has its own logic. This verse is logic of cosmos, logic of existence. In the space of completion, completion is established. From the space of completion, completion manifests. When the completion is established in the space of completion, completion remains as completion. Even when the completion feels it has left the completion and it is incomplete, it continues to remain complete. It's a logic of consciousness, logic of the cosmos. Today you will understand how the logic of the consciousness need to apply to you. I'll teach you the science of how to apply the logic of the consciousness to understand you. As long as you apply the biology or psychology, you cannot understand you. Understand? You are neither bio nor psycho. So the logic of the bio cannot make you understand what you are. Logic of the psycho cannot make you understand what you are. Logic of the physio cannot make you understand what you are. Logic of the consciousness only can make you understand what you are and bring you to completion. That is the proof you are consciousness. Neither physiology nor psychology or biology. You are not bio, because the logic of the bio does not bring completion to you. If you perceive about you based on the logic of the bio, it doesn't fit, it doesn't match. Tons of conflict, contradictions. If you try to perceive you based on the logic of physio, again, it doesn't fit, doesn't match. I can give you 1,000 reasons why that logic doesn't fit with what you identify or feel, perceive, realize as you. Neither the logic of the bio, logic of the physio, logic of the psycho fulfills, completes all the questions and doubts you have about you. It is logic of consciousness that fulfills, completes, answers all the haunting questions you carry from the time you started remembering you. I guarantee, from the time you started remembering you, all the questions, haunting, daunting questions you have, if you have created the questions about yourself and no answers is found, it is haunting. If others have created questions about you and you believed it and still you are not able to find answers for it, they are daunting. All the haunting and daunting questions you have about you, I commit with you, I'll answer it with this one logic of consciousness. This one logic of consciousness. Purnamata purnamitam purnat purnamudachyate. Purnasya purnamadaya purnameva vasishyate. This one conscious logic will answer the whole thing. That is the proof you are neither bio nor physio or psycho. You are consciousness. So neither biology nor physiology or psychology can introduce you to you and answer all the haunting and daunting questions you carry about you. It is only the logic of consciousness can introduce you to you and bring completion to all the haunting and daunting questions you have about you from the time you started remembering you. That's my first job, bringing completion to you, introducing you to you from the right logic and bringing completion to you. Today this is going to be the first day work introduction session. Applying wrong logic is what I call confusion. Trying to force the wrong logic and trying to extract understandings from the wrong logic means you put the pineapple into the juicer and try to squeeze your best to get mango juice out of the juicer. No. That is what I call Maya. If you put pineapple, how do you think you can expect mango juice? And you forcibly believe, no, it is mango juice. That is delusion. You force others to believe it is mango juice. That is pharmaceutical advertisement. Some of the fundamentals we need to understand. The unit with which you measure liquid cannot be used to measure the length. Length is naturally measured in centimeter, millimeter, miles. Liquids are measured in liter, kiloliter, or gallons. So each units are different. The units cannot be exchanged. It will lead to confusion. Same way the logic. The logic with which you understand bio, you can't understand consciousness. You are consciousness. In Karnataka, there is a beautiful story. Once Garuda comes down to planet Earth and sees so many Vishnu temples, and every temple priest claims he is the real original Vishnu. Garuda was confused and he wanted to know where the real Vishnu is standing. Vishnu gives him darshan and says, hey, you have my crown. Bring that crown and fit on every deity. Where it fits, that's me. He goes and gets the Vairamudi, the diamond crown, and tries to fit on every Vishnu deity in every temple. Finally, it fits in Melakote, Selvanarayana Swami. And he knows, now here is the Vishnu. Same way, understand. You have so many logi, biology, physiology, psychology. With all those understandings, you try to measure you. You try to fit you. You try to understand you. But no logi is able to answer all your haunting and daunting questions. Now I will give you logi of consciousness. Fit it. The moment it fits, then you know not only your haunting, darting questions are answered, you should know you are consciousness. You are neither biology nor physiology or psychology. You are consciousness. If the crown fits for this, is Vishnu. Because this crown was exactly made to the size of Vishnu. Same way, if this logic fits and answers all your haunting and daunting questions, then you are consciousness. Because this is logic of consciousness. Today I'll introduce the logic of consciousness to you and bring completion to your being. Essence of today's satsang, logic of consciousness. With this, I bless you all. Let's all radiate with integrity, authenticity, responsibility, enriching, causing, living Shuddhadvaita Saivam, Paramashivoham, the eternal bliss, Nithyananda. Thank you. Be blissful.